Hello again, it's Monster Forge, and I'm here to talk about something I got in the mail today, and miraculously it wound up in good shape. I'll get to that in a minute. If you recall, a little while back, I posted a video about rock lords, and I posted how um, Boulder here was not one of the rock lords that I had when I was a kid. Matter of fact, I only ever had one rock lord. Um, and that was Granite. And I had said a while back, when I got this Boulder figure, because the Granite figure, I who knows what happened to that since I was a kid. But when I got this Boulder figure, um, I was like, I'd be really nice to have Granite. Granite was like the right hand dude to Boulder in the Rock Lords cartoon and in the toy line. And so when I got Boulder, I was like, well, it'd be really nice to have Granite again. Because, see, my buddy had Boulder when we were kids, and I had Granite. And so that was kind of how that worked. But anyway, when I made that video with the Boulder figure and the other Rock Lords, I was sitting there thinking, yeah, I really would not. It would be really nice to have Granite again. And and it just kind of passed out of my mind at the time. But then I saw a video the other day when I was looking through. There's a guy on YouTube. I really like his videos, and I have for a while, because he does a lot of reviews of like older toys and a lot of bootlegs that he used to get off of Sir Toys. Sir Toys was a website um, that sold. I think the guy was located in China, and he sold a lot of Chinese bootlegs. And so it'd be these really weirdly colored, cheap crap Transformer knockoffs. And I just love that stuff. And he does a lot of reviews of them. His channel name is Ugly Wretch. And I'll put a link to his channel down below. But anyway, I recommend you go and check him out. He's got a really funny sense of humor. He's a Brit, and he has a hilarious sense of humor. But anyway, I watched the other day his video of his review of Granite, and I was like, you know what? That's just it. I need to get Granite. So that day when I watched the video after I got finished watching it, um, I went on eBay and I found Granite at a really good price. I mean, it was ridiculously low. Um, and so I got it, and it arrived today. And whenever you're packaging toys that are, let's see, they were made in, what year were these guys made? I don't see the date on Granite. There might be a date on Boulder though. Hold on. Let's see. Well, it's not wanting to focus. Hold on. What does it say? 19. Is that 85? 85 or 86 one. So it's 85. So let's see. 85, 95. It's like coming up on 40 years. These toys have been around. So when this seller on eBay, which I'll not name this person, the seller on eBay sends a almost 40-year-old toy through the mail. Yes, it's good to have bubble wrap in a package. It's always good to use bubble wrap. Kind of helps if the package is not a simple plastic bag. Like this was all this, and one little sheet of bubble wrap was all that was between my Granite figure and the world outside. So it's kind of a testament to Tonka Toys that this guy didn't break in the mail. You know, and just pure luck. But anyway, here's Granite. And I probably won't do as good a job reviewing him as Ugly Rich did. But anyway, this is the guy I had as a kid. And it's so cool having him in hand again after all these years. It feels like being reunited with a piece of childhood. This figure's in great shape. I mean, there's no real paint wear anywhere. Not that he had a whole lot of paint on him, but like these parts right here were painted. I do believe they're painted. They might just be. They feel like they're painted, or they look like they're painted. They got a kind of glossy thing going, but it might just be glossy blue plastic. But I know that the face is painted on him, and it's in great shape. A lot of times they'll have like rubs on the nose or the brow, but I think his colors are so cool. And this is like, having this thing in hand has got all kind of childhood memories just popping out. I love the color scheme on this guy, and that's the main reason why I got him, because I'm a sucker for this kind of electric blue or teal, not exactly sure what, turquoise, I guess, maybe. And that hot pink for the eyes. So cool. And this guy was supposed to be like the big tough dude. And I always imagined when I was a kid, he was like the Hulk, you know? Like maybe not like a rampaging monster like the Hulk, but just really super strong. And I always liked his big, weird hands and feet. I guess now, looking back at it now, if I had to compare him to anything like body shape and stuff, I'd be thinking more along the lines of The Thing. But no, Granite was his own dude, and I loved him as a kid, and I love him now. The toy's in good shape. His legs are a little wobbly, but I do remember the one I had as a kid got wobbly in the legs. It didn't take long to do it either. And it's just the joints here. There's not much friction. Now it'll hold out to the side and stuff like that, but it's loose in spots. But I'll transform this guy. He's got his head kind of clicks into place there, and you can slide it up with this lever. But I remember as a kid, I would just push it down like that. You lift his hands up in the air, and he waves them like you just don't care. You kind of lock together the claws like that, and his toesies flip around, and it flips around here, and that's Granite. I guess he's supposed to be a piece of granite. One thing that I never noticed as a kid was the placements of the screws and everything. Like if this is supposed to be the front of the rock, all these screws are on it. If you turn it around, all these screws are right here. So, whichever. I remember when I was a kid, I used to play with it like this, like it was like some kind of space crab that could grab things and pull it in. And when I was playing with him as, like Granite or whatever, like this was how he would get around space. Like he would, shoot fire out of his butt or something. Whoa, I just noticed there's an R. Okay, no, the person's name didn't have an R for anything, so I imagine this was picked up in a sale or a yard sale or something like that. Or maybe it's one of their kids. I don't know. One thing I do know is next time you send something, pack it better. But yeah, this is one of those things where it was so nice to once again meet an old childhood friend in Granite here, and having him now with Boulder, I feel like the team is back together again. I don't think I'm going to be collecting all these guys because that would get pretty expensive. I would like to have their weapons, but man, their weapons sometimes are more expensive than the figures are. So, yeah, it'd be nice to get them together. Maybe I'll make weapons that look like their weapons or something like that. But, yeah, I got this guy today and figured you guys might want to see that. But once again, this is Tonka's Rock Lords, which was an offshoot of GoBot's Granite. And that's all I have to say about that. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.